Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome to my channel. In a previous video, I had encouraged you to go to the Dollar Tree and get the crafting pumpkins that they sell every fall season. They're white, they're orange, they're black, and they are an amazing piece of styrofoam to use throughout the crafting and holiday season. You can use them for so many things, and I told you that I had a couple of ideas in mind on how to use them, and so I had gone out and bought probably an extra like 15 and put them in a tote and stored them away so that I would have them when I was ready to use them for the Christmas season that was coming up. So I'm not going to encourage you to go purchase something, a huge piece of equipment or anything like that, and go spend money unless it's a really good buy. For a nice size ball of styrofoam at the big box stores and the crafting stores, you're going to pay $3.50 to $5 for that piece of styrofoam. So why not buy it for $1.25 and save yourself a really good amount of money? And nobody's going to know that there's a pumpkin in there, and it's just a nice piece of styrofoam to use for crafting. So come craft with me. I started out with 4 of the crafting pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and I put some hot glue around the stem of the pumpkin and laid my twine into the hot glue, and I wrapped that really securely around the pumpkin stem, and then I made a very large loop with the twine and I hot glued it on each end so that it would be nice and secure, and when I went to hang up my ornament, then it would not pull away. I just kind of eyeballed my loop the size that I thought that it needed to be, and once I had it in place, then I did go around it with another piece of twine and some hot glue to make sure that it would stay in place once it was hanging from the tree branch. And because I did not want it to be pulling away, I knew that this would have a little bit of weight to it. Once I was satisfied with the security of it, then I'm going to use 4 of the microfiber towels from the automotive section of the Dollar Tree. I love these towels. They are so wonderful to work with. They are soft, they are fluffy, and they make such wonderful winter projects. I have used them in several crafting projects, but they remind me of snowmen and they remind me of snow. And when I thought of doing a snowball ornament, I went directly for these towels. I just laid my towel out on the table and put the pumpkin in the center and then started gathering the towel up around the sides of the pumpkin and wrapping it up inside the middle of the towel. Once I had the sides gathered up, I reached inside the middle and pulled the piece of twine that I created for the hanger out so it would not get buried. And then I secured all of it with another piece of twine, and I just made a very tight knot. I knotted my twine off, made sure it was really good and tight, and then I just kind of fluffed out the top and then cut the ends of my twine off. I took these scissors and I started on the corner of the towel where it had the seam, and I just started trimming that seam off. A necessary step for some, but I wanted an unfinished edge. I thought it made it look rustic and more of a snowball look, and I didn't like the seam. And also, some of the edges were a little longer than the others, and this allowed me to kind of trim and make sure that everything was a little bit more even, and the sides were a little bit more cohesive. And once I had all of the edges trimmed off and I thought it looked nice and fluffy, then I took the rest of the twine that was left over and hanging down from where I had clipped my knot, and I just hot glued that around the perimeter of my project to give it just a little bit extra security. I have bought a couple of picks, some ribbon, and these cute little bows at the Dollar Tree, and I just started embellishing, and I did each one a little bit different. I put the ribbon around the twine and kind of did a little bit of a knot, and I cut my ends at an angle. I did not dovetail my ends because I was using a smaller ribbon. And then I just started pulling the picks apart and placing the greenery and the berries and where I thought it looked good. And I just started having fun with the project. And when I had the greenery in place or the berries in place, then I added one of the cute little bows. This project is not only cost effective for the size of the ornaments that you're making, but it is really so much fun. You could even do this with your kids or your grandkids and just have a ball with it and decorate them however you like and whatever your style or your decor is. But these are just so much fun. I got them on my tree. I decided to do my tree in a snowman theme. So I thought snowballs were kind of a fun ornament to have. They're so big, they're so fluffy, they take up so much room on the tree and they make a big statement and they're high impact. I love these little snowball ornaments, and they came out so perfectly beautiful, and I love them. I made 4 of them for around $15, and for the size, I mean, that's a lot of bang for your buck for as beautiful as they turned out and as fun as they were to make. This is just one idea that I came up with to use the crafting pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And I think that they make a big impact on a very small budget. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos.